Hey there, I'm in a new spot tonight. The sun has set, so I'm here in this very, very bright light, but I'm more committed to showing up than I am about worrying about these kinds of details right now. What's present for me to share, what's on my heart is something that has just been inspired by a experience that I personally just had in like the last 2.5 hours. And it essentially was the reminder of why I'm here, what my message is. So, I want to talk to you about your message. I made myself little notes here to support me. My intention is to be succinct. This is not a first scale of mine. Your message, essentially, many people refer to this in different ways, but the reason why you came here was to learn. You are a soul having a human experience, and your life has a message. There is a body of work that rides along the path of the body of work of your life. The body of work that I'm referring to is the message that's going to come through your life in your good works, in your talents, your gifts, your genius, your art, all of the above. Every single human being that comes to this planet has a message, has an offering, has something, often more than one thing, but there is a central thing that your life is bringing here. And it's not just in perhaps being a parent or the roles that you take on. There is a message that you are singularly meant to bring here. It's a message that only you can bring through you and with you. And it often comes through ways that you are going to express. How do you know what your message is? Well, here's what I'll share, because this is not going to be a super long video. You probably already know what it is. You likely already have some idea of what that message is, just from when I started talking about it, just from you starting listening to this video. And it's been attempting to make itself known to you since the beginning, since your beginning. Sorry for my chicken scratch. The way it tries to reach you. Your message is trying to reach you all throughout your life, and often it is coming through the ways that you are struggling or are challenged. The thing that recurs, the thing that often can feel like your Achilles heel, the thing that feels maybe sometimes like it's a curse. There is a silver lining. There is a crack of light, however you want to metaphor it. There is a purpose to all of that. In addition to your growth and your learning, coming here as a soul who wants to evolve through this human experience, it is usually informing you through those experiences. But it is always trying to make contact with you. It is always trying to help you realize what it is. The things that you are curious about. One time I did an interview of an artist, and I'll never forget this, and I like to share it because it changed my life. And she said, when I asked her about her creative process, one of the things that she said was, well, when I am curious about something, I'm not just curious about that, whatever it is. I'm curious also about why I'm curious about it. What is it about this, whatever it is, that's drawing me? So it's like a double curiosity exploration. But that is often how your message is trying to reach you. It is trying to make itself known to you by the things that stop you in your tracks, by the things you think about a lot, sometimes by the things that break your heart. It is always trying to make itself known to you. It is always trying to connect with you. But we are very busy in this world, and it is a noisy world, and we have been conditioned to be very externally referenced, so we're not always seeing the obvious. We're not always seeing how our own mind, body, and spirit is trying to talk to us and communicate with us. It can help. it can help sometimes to not only to start to pay attention, to lean into when you have like those pings, people call them, or an intuitive hits or gut feelings, however you want to, however you might relate to them. You can also get information in your dreams. If you're somebody who happens to wake up remembering your dreams, or if you just happen to wake up from a dream, capturing that as quickly as you can, because we often will lose it without trying to like understand it, just capturing it all. Sometimes I'll just voice record myself if I remember to do that in my grogginess. There's information there. Our subconscious mind is always trying to connect with us, but what we recognize is what we're really often ready to receive. So that's something to keep in mind. But staying curious about what you're curious about is a really powerful way to make contact with your message. What's required of you? So you are the shepherd, you are the owner, you are the conduit, you are the messenger, you are the leader, you are the purveyor of this message, you are the bringer. So it requires you to walk through what I would call many initiations as a human being to be able to see it, like recognize it, then be with it and get curious about it and metabolize it, and then to turn it into something that you can actually do something with in the world. That might be your art. It might be a form of expression in like writing or screenwriting or movie making and storytelling and singing, or it could be in creating community. It could be in bringing forward a idea that changes humanity. It could be the message of family, of culture, of a body of work that is just happens to be in this space and time, but there's no accident that you also happen to be in this space and time. So there's any number of ways, but what's required of you is the maturity and the presence and the honoring and the inner growth and work and healing that will be required to be able to have it be fully expressed. That's why you hear people say, I don't want to die with my song in me, all those things that people often have regrets when they're getting towards the end of their life. Or a lot of us have been hooked into these ideas of what a good life is, and we've spent 10, 20, 30 years doing these lives. And that's why, I don't know if this is still accurate, but I remember about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit more like 14 years ago, reading by this doctor named Dr. Ken Dykewald, and he was a gerontologist, and he taught a lot about aging and retirement. And he made a point of saying that when you look up the word retire in the dictionary, it says to disappear, and that people that don't have family or purpose when they retire don't typically live very long. So there is a body of work, and it's not always, and often I would say isn't, your current profession. If it is, bravo. And it may be ancillary. It may be right next to it. It may be right underneath it. And one thing that's really important for you to hear is that no time is lost. No time is wasted. So whatever it is that you're doing, even if you feel like, oh, fuck, I've been doing all this, it's not even, no, it's all been supporting you. That's part of what's required of you, is to have been walking your path, participating in your path, learning from your path, maturing from your path, becoming more self-reflective and more generous and more open-hearted, and using everything for your growth, healing, and upliftment so that you can become more and more present. And essentially, the most important piece is comfortable in your own skin, your embodiment, because you're here in this vessel. And that's how you do things, right? That's how things come through you. So your ability to be in that, to be in your own embodiment, is paramount. You can still do stuff without that, but it's not going to be what it was truly meant to be when your soul made that contract before it came here through you as you. And it's likely not going to be nearly as enjoyable and wonderful for you, because some of the most powerful creation is coming from a relaxed, open space where you become like a vessel and a conduit. So I already kind of spoke a little bit about this, but I'll say a little bit more. It's the challenges it unfolds, brings, and uncovers. Yes, all of your shit will rise at the surface if you choose that path. Some people call it their hero's journey. Some people call it their awakening. That is all that happens as you become more and more embodying, understanding, knowing with a capital K, and activating your message. It will require you to grow. It will require you to expand. It will require you to face things. And because you live at a time in human history where we have stigmatized and disabled ourselves in many ways from recognizing that pain, challenge, hurt, anger, all those feelings are not bad. They're part of also being a human, but we've put them in this box that we don't ever want to have. And by the way, when we do that, that's called resistance, and they last longer. Just hint. My point is that that's why we suffer. Not because those things are happening and they shouldn't be happening. It's because they happen and we've been told and we tell ourselves they shouldn't be happening, and we get stuck at that space. So just know that if you want to bring your message, if you are up for the charge and the task, that's part of it. That's not punishment. It's preparation. It's what allows you to actually see it because you grow. And by the way, I might be taking a huge leap here, but I would offer that your growth is equally important as your message. Your message will live on, usually longer than you ever will. But your growth is what allows you to be the most, here's my word, regal, honorable leader of it. The clearer and cleaner you are as a vessel, which comes through your own healing, your growth, and you meeting yourself in that, in Rumi's field and in those challenging and uncomfortable places, allows you to bring like the most beautiful feast. So that is what's required. And then I kind of already got into this one too, but the benefits, the gold. Oh my gosh. I don't know if there are any stories where people that actually lived their life out and followed their message. I don't know what kind of regrets they have. I would imagine if they compromised and they were so driven that they didn't allow themselves to experience their life or other parts of life, I would imagine if they had loved ones that they felt like they neglected, absolutely. So I'm not saying that it should be at all costs, because those things are also what grow you and help you become the most purest, most beautiful, most clearest, cleanest vessel to bring that message forward. But the benefit is that your soul fulfills its mission. It's like you graduate, and that opportunity, I'm still in pursuit, so I feel like I'm talking about it from a place of positive projection, but I've read about it enough, I've seen it, and I've had my own taste of it. I'm at a point in my life where I am bringing things forward that I know I've been being prepared for my whole life, and I'm on this precipice with my podcast and my message. I just had this, what inspired this with this total download and this recalibration I just had, but really what was underneath it was me releasing another layer of editing, of trying to compartmentalize and put my thing in this box that's more accepted by the world so that it will then be received by the people that are in the middle, that are gatekeepers. And this younger generation is very much inspiring me, and I'm so grateful that I'm aware and open to it. I often have said that I feel like I was born a little early as a Gen X woman. And the benefit of you seeing your mission through is that your message will be shared. Your message will touch all the people that it was meant to touch. If you fulfill your mission with your message, it will reach the people it's meant to reach. And that's a ripple effect in humanity. As I understand it, it is one of the most beautiful perks of being able to come here and be alive. I don't say this like your life is not meaningful or like it's not worth less if you don't fulfill your mission. I'm just speaking to that part of you that knows you have a message. So, my encouragement and my ask, my audacious ask is, what is your message? If you're watching this, I would love for you to land it in the comments. And do not allow yourself to escape this part of your life's path. Don't let anything stand in your way. Do not give up, and use everything for your growth, healing, and upliftment. No time is wasted. No soul will be lost, and you are a part of that. My name is Jennifer Herrera. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you so much.